Hello and welcome to the Discussion Salon's daily podcast. I promised I'll do this every week, and this is what I'm doing. Let's talk about my mental health. I've talked about some of it about last time, and I have this problem where I don't like hearing the sound of my own voice. I don't like even seeing my own image. I hate it. I hate it all, and so I can't remember what I said. But I think I can remember the gist. I have problems. Problems showing myself. I don't like it. I've never had liked it. I'm not. Yeah, I've had. Yeah, I've never liked being in front of the camera. I've never liked being in pictures neither. It's very rare that people get a picture of me. Um, Not because. I'm not going to say it, but things like this had to help. I've gone through a cycle of harming myself, but not in the way people think, by in the way of overeating and probably and over drinking. I used to go through 2 bottles of Jack Daniels in one night sometimes. I'd be having a pub from 11 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night. I'd done these when I was younger. Maybe it was to mask up things. Maybe I wasn't happy with myself. But this is what I'd done. And people, when I would go home, I would lay there and just think, somebody take me away from here. I just wanted to be gone. I didn't want to be in this world. And it wasn't till later on, I had some things. I moved around a lot, and I tried to harm myself two times, and I drank a bottle of vodka and left some pills there, and I fell asleep. Luckily, fell asleep after drinking the vodka. Then I moved away. Then I moved to. Then when I moved away, I got work, and I stayed in this place. And I think I've said this other times on there that I had some problem, and I ended up. I had a chest infection, so I just laid in bed, and I thought, fuck it. So I try to what people call self-deletion, but let's not use both words. Let's just use it. Let's call it. It is what it is. And I tried to commit suicide. I took a load of pills, and I drank a bottle of whiskey. I think it was Irish whiskey, and I ended up just laying there. Like I said, I've said this many times before on here, a couple of times, and just watched the moonlight. It was like some really crap Hollywood movie, but no, it was true. The moonlight was shining into my bedroom. I just watched the light from the room watching me, and a really, really funny thing happened. I mean, I felt something, and I don't know what it was, and I felt something in my hand, and I thought, what was that? Because when I'd done this, I was at peace. I was at peace for a long time. I had such a clarity, but it was an eerie and deadly peace, and it wasn't a nice. It wasn't. It, you know what? It was a really nice peace because it was the first time that I felt something. I felt everything had gone. Only because I thought, well, that's me. That's the end. So I could let my troubles go, and it was like that. And I held my hand, and I felt something on my hand, so I held up to the window, and I seen the hairs of my hand stand up, and on my hand was a silvery silhouette of a hand, another hand. It wasn't physically touching me, but it was hovering sort of like a couple of millimeters away, but it was trying to grasp my hand. I don't know if anybody could imagine it. It was just like a shadowy silver, translucent, but it didn't feel bad. It didn't feel bad. So I fell asleep and I woke up and I thought, oh, I'm still here. Oh well. But luckily I know more about cooking than I do about medication. The medication didn't do me any harm. It was just, well, yeah, it felt right at the time, but it was the wrong thing to do. There's that. So, I carried on. I still have these bouts. Everybody, you still have it, and sometimes it's hard to talk to people about them because you don't want to burden your problems. I don't want to burden myself onto anybody, so I just keep these things, and these thoughts are always there. I cannot pretend these thoughts aren't. But what you try to do is try to fill your time up. So I try to fill my time up by doing some things that may be boring to others, but I like doing. I used to like playing the guitar, so I played it badly, but I played. I know a few chords. I couldn't hold my own in a 4-chord party concert, which is my songs, by the way. My songs are 4 chords, and I can just. I also done a bit of art. I've done a bit of copy art, which I'm decent at. I'm not the world's best again, but I can do copy art. And I also cooking. Well, that was my job for 18 years. So yeah, so I can cook a bit. But and finding about doing this channel too. Doing this channel has helped a lot because I can talk about it. And if people judge, let them judge. I don't give monkeys if people judge. But if like I said in my first podcast, if I can help just someone, one person, and if they help by listening to this and realise that somebody is there for them, that's amazing. That's pretty good. That'd be just to help someone there. If we can just help one person in life, that is something. But I know these podcasts can be a bit difficult to listen to because it's a bit dark in this thing. But it's life. It's my truth. It's what it is. What it is. I can't do that. But you can't give the good without the bad. But we try. I put my feelings aside for some people and let them talk to me about their problems. And what they say sometimes affects me. But I can't say that to them because they're telling me how they feel. There's some days when I just struggle to get out of my room. There are some days I just struggle to even get up or even to cook. Maybe there's a little bit of laziness. Sometimes it is, but most of the time, no, it's not. It's a struggle to do some things. I've been dealing with these types of issues for years, and you don't never get used to them. It always keeps on going and going and going. But we've got to try to beat this, and the world and the governments anywhere. I don't think they do enough for mental health. I really do think mental health is one of the biggest killers in this world, and nobody does a thing about it, or they dismiss it. There needs to be start time for more talking about this and hearing about this and the struggles that people go through, because everybody struggles. And it may not be mental health, but it's still their own struggles, it's still their own pain. Pain is real, no matter what, whether it be physical pain or emotional pain. It is real. But we carry on working, and sometimes we can't. And we do things to harm ourselves, like I said, maybe physical, by cutting yourself. Let's not be candid about this, because this is what people do, or by overeating, or by shutting yourself away. You know, these are all types of way, and or even not taking your medication. If you're on medication, you don't take it because you think, well, what's the point? What's the point of living if nobody's going to be there for me? You know, but I just want to let people know that there is people out there, there is people who do care. It may not seem like it, but there is. And one day you may be climbing the highest mountain, metaphorically you'd be there at the tip, you know, looking at all the beautiful landscape, and the next day you could be straight down. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with climbing that big physical, big metaphorical mountain and looking at that scene over and over again. Keep on doing it. Never settle for the bottom, because that's not where we should be. We should be at the high, at the peak, at the physical peak of there. And try not to let people put you down. Don't let people put you down. If you may be a bit overweight, so what? Who cares? If you want to lose weight, brilliant, lose the weight. Don't let people dictate to you what you should do. Listen to medical professionals. Don't listen to some villain in the street calling you names. You know, we've each got our own battles going on. Don't let them become part of yours. I just don't know what to say now. But these are the things I deal with. I do struggle with the more emotional side of depression there. Is it depression? I think it's a bit more than that. I think I do struggle from the more emotional sides of mental health. I do overeat. I do. I do struggle to take my medication sometimes. My doctor knows about this. I talk to my doctor about this. And I do find it difficult to go out. I know I like to do things. I mean, I used to like going from town to town. Obviously, money being tough, and you know, I used to like going visiting places like London. I'd go down to the coast a lot. I like historical places where you can see different types of architecture. I love the architecture in these places. Even my hometown, you used to go to the top. There's a place where you can go in one of the main streets. You go stand at the top and you look down, and you can see the modern buildings. But if you and the modern shop faces. But if you look at beyond your eye level, beyond there, if you looked up and just seen the rows of the old Victorian like type of buildings, you know, apart from the modern bit there, you look and you can see and you're thinking, oh, that's pretty impressive, that's quite nice. And going off and learning bits of different history too, you know, in these places. Maybe I could do it one day, you know, just trying to get back on track with things. But we'll take each day as it comes, and we'll see. We'll work, you know, because things aren't going to change. I mean, I'm on medication to keep me, just to keep me there. But it's a struggle, it's a battle, but you know, there can only be one winner, can't there? And like I said, each day will take it as it comes. But if you listen to this podcast, thank you very much for listening. It does, and if it, like I said, it can help someone, brilliant. Also, if you'd like more of these types of podcasts, just talking about mental health, please leave a message. Please comment. And if you don't like it, just say, please comment about it too, because I won't need to do it. I could do something else. I could talk about something else if you'd like to. Oh well, look, thank you for listening to this. And remember that there are people there, and there is people there who will listen. And there's people there who do care for you. Well, you have a blessed day. To everybody, no matter who you are in the world, look after yourselves. Oh, at the end of this message, I'll put some couple of numbers down, mostly for the US and the UK, and we'll take it from there. But you take care of yourself, guys. Thank you very much. Bye.